Welcome back to our channel, where we break down the complex world of finance to help you achieve your financial goals. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful yet often misunderstood concepts in personal finance: compound interest. If you've ever wondered how the rich get richer or why your savings aren't growing as fast as you'd like, this video is for you. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get started. Let's start with the basics. Compound interest is often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world, and for a good reason. But what exactly is it? Simply put, compound interest is the interest on a loan or deposit that is calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. Imagine planting a money tree. At first, you plant a seed, your initial investment. Over time, that tree begins to bear fruit, but instead of just eating the fruit, you plant the seeds again and again. Eventually, you have a whole orchard of money trees, all growing fruit for you. This is what compound interest does for your finances. Your money starts to work for you. Albert Einstein is often quoted as saying, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." While there's some debate about whether Einstein actually said this, the sentiment rings true. Understanding compound interest is crucial for wealth creation. To truly grasp the power of compound interest, we need to compare it with simple interest. With simple interest, the interest is calculated only on the principal amount. For example, if you invest $1,000 at a 5% simple interest rate, you'll earn $50 every year. And that's it. It doesn't change. Now, let's say you invest the same $1,000 at a 5% compound interest rate, compounded annually. In the first year, you'll still earn $50, but in the second year, you're earning interest on $1,050, not just the original $1,000. That small difference may seem trivial, but over time, it leads to exponential growth. Suppose you invest $1,000 at an 8% interest rate, compounded annually. In 30 years, your investment would grow to about $10,062.66. That's right, from just $1,000 to over $10,000 without you adding a single extra penny. Now compare this with simple interest, where you'd only have $3,400 after 30 years. The difference is staggering. Now that you understand the basic concept, let's talk about the factors that affect compound interest: time, interest rate, and frequency of compounding. The three factors that affect compound interest. The first and most important factor is time. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to compound. This is why starting early is crucial. Even small amounts can grow into substantial sums if given enough time. Next is the interest rate. Obviously, the higher the rate, the faster your money grows. However, chasing the highest possible interest rate isn't always the best strategy. Risk and return are closely linked, and higher returns often come with higher risk. The frequency of compounding plays a significant role. The more frequently interest is compounded, daily, monthly, quarterly, the more you stand to gain. For example, an investment that compounds daily will grow faster than one that compounds annually, even if the annual interest rate is the same. So, how can you make compound interest work for you? Let's break it down into actionable steps. Actionable steps to harness the power of compound interest. First, start early. The sooner you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Even if you can only invest a small amount each month, the key is to start now. Time is your best friend when it comes to compound interest. Second, invest regularly. Make investing a habit. Whether it's monthly or quarterly, consistency is key. By regularly adding to your investments, you'll be able to take full advantage of compounding. Third, reinvest your earnings. This might sound obvious, but it's crucial. Reinvesting your dividends or interest payments allows you to benefit from compounding. If you take out your earnings, you lose out on the exponential growth. Fourth, choose investments that offer compound interest. Look for savings accounts, certificates of deposit, CDs, or bonds that compound interest. Also, consider stock market investments where dividends can be reinvested. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how does it apply to my everyday life? Let's explore some practical scenarios. Real-life applications of compound interest. Let's say you're saving for retirement. If you start investing in your 20s, even small contributions can grow substantially by the time you retire, thanks to compound interest. For example, if you invest $200 a month in a retirement account with an average annual return of 7%, you could have over $500,000 by the time you retire at 65. Another example is saving for a child's education. Starting a college fund early, even when your child is a baby, can significantly reduce the financial burden later. The earlier you start, the more compound interest can work its magic. Now, let's talk about debt. Compound interest can work against you if you're not careful. Credit card debt is a classic example of this. If you only make the minimum payment on a high-interest credit card, the interest compounds and you could end up paying far more than you originally borrowed. This is why it's crucial to pay off high-interest debt as quickly as possible. As you can see, compound interest is a double-edged sword. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. The key is to harness its power to work for you, not against you. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's now discuss some common mistakes people make with compound interest so you can avoid them. The first mistake is procrastination. Many people put off investing because they think they don't have enough money to start. But remember, time is the most important factor in compounding. Even small amounts can grow significantly if given enough time. Another mistake is withdrawing your earnings too soon. By taking out your interest or dividends, you're cutting off the compounding process. Reinvesting your earnings allows your investments to grow exponentially. Don't chase after high returns without considering the risks. High returns often come with higher risks, and if an investment sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always do your homework and invest in something you understand. Now that we've covered the basics, the power of compound interest and how to avoid common mistakes, let's talk about the future. The future of compound interest. The world of finance is constantly evolving, and with the rise of tech, it's easier than ever to start investing. Robo-advisors, micro-investing apps, and online savings accounts make it simple to start harnessing the power of compound interest, even if you're just starting out. These tools allow you to set up automatic investments, track your progress, and adjust your strategy as needed. The barrier to entry has never been lower, so there's really no excuse not to start today. Let's wrap things up with a recap. Today, we explored the power of compound interest, one of the most effective tools for wealth creation. We discussed how it works, the factors that influence it, and how you can harness it to build your wealth over time. We also looked at real-life applications and common mistakes to avoid. Remember, the key to making compound interest work for you is to start early, invest regularly, reinvest your earnings, and be mindful of the risks. Whether you're saving for retirement, your child's education, or just building a financial cushion, compound interest can help you achieve your goals faster. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you want to stay updated with more tips on personal finance, investing, and wealth creation, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, your financial future is in your hands. Start harnessing the power of compound interest today, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Until next time, take care and stay financially savvy.